The idea of Trinity is to keep it small, so that it's a place for medical students to learn, as well as for the patients and the helpless in city centre to receive medical care without having to wait 4 hours in a line at a public hospital, or be shunted from one hospital to another because they haven't got the right forms or the right, they don't know the right doctor to speak to. So if Trinity got too big and too professional, it would change what it represents today. The patients would wait on chairs in the parking lot of the church. There was a rickety old table that was used to hold all the medicines and the patient files. The patient files were very old, disorganized, and kept in boxes. So it made it very difficult to treat someone on like a weekly basis, because you couldn't always find their file, you didn't know what was wrong with them before, you had to take their history again, and it's improved a lot since then. After they've gotten their meal, and if they have any medical problems that they need to see someone for, then they come downstairs and they wait in the waiting room, where they would be seen by some of the younger medical students, who will take their vital signs and a basic history, and from there they'll wait to go into a private consulting room, where they'll see one of the older students who has somewhat more clinical knowledge. We get a lot of violent trauma cases that come in. The one night there was a gunshot wound that one of the older students, a sixth-year medical student, was able to remove the bullet and stitch him back up. Sometimes it's not necessarily a physical illness. Sometimes it's an emotional one, or a psychological one like depression, and they just need someone to talk to, and that's what we're there for. I feel that it's made me into a better doctor. I feel like I can relate to patients better now. When you first start, dealing with a patient is a very scary and intimidating experience, which I'm sure it is for a patient as well. And becoming more familiar with the patients, understanding what it feels like to go through that experience from their side and just talk to them, has made the experience a lot more personal for me, and has allowed me to grow as a doctor, not only in a sense of theoretical knowledge, but in terms of like practically dealing with the patient in a whole rounded way.